Well folks, this is the camera in the upstairs room, okay? I put this camera because I needed to hire a nanny. So I called a girl that I already knew, that my son really likes her so he can stay with him while I go to work. Today I have a meeting after lunch. She arrived. You notice that when she comes to the house, my son always asks to go on her lap when I'm there, so I decided to call her so she can stay with him. But I don't trust anyone, so I decided to put a camera for me to follow how he would do with her. Detail people. I didn't tell her that I had put the camera. I don't know if I acted wrong, but I would never put my son in the hands of any strange person and trust totally. So, I'm giving her instructions on what she has to do, okay? My baby is 9 months old, so I gave her all the instructions. I left my contact information for her to call me if anything happens. And then I left. At first she is getting along very well with my son. My son likes her, so I thought it would be super quiet and decide to go to work. Then I turned my back and left. But people, I did not imagine that this would happen. I put the camera actually just to make sure that they would be okay. But I never thought that this could happen to my son. Then when I left, she put him in the car seat. This car seat is a feeding seat that we normally use to feed him. And then she took it and looked out the window to see if I had left the garage. I think that's why she looked. And then she picked it up and threw herself on the sofa. So far so good, normal. But I started to notice that my son is not happy in the car seat. You notice that he starts to kind of throw himself to her side, wanting to get out, and then she doesn't start telling him to be quiet, she starts telling him to shut up. From that moment on I started to get extremely scared, because first, look where she is, and where my son is. The chair there is almost turning around. If he were to fall, there wouldn't be time for her to come protect him. Then she gets up and starts fighting with him, gets a pillow, puts it there for him to play with to see if he will be distracted. Detail, he doesn't want to play with a pillow, so she gets up and goes back to the sofa and leaves him there. But we can see that he is crying, that he wants to get out of the chair, that he is wanting to go to her side, and she is simply ignoring him. She took the control of the television. I don't know if it was to increase the volume so as not to hear him crying, but I suppose it is because she several times keeps pointing to the television. Then I said, gee, I guess she's going to take care of the baby now. Maybe she realized, but she keeps fighting with him, showing him on TV, showing him what's on TV to the child. He doesn't understand, he's only 9 months old. Then she will try to put him in the car seat again, and he starts to fuss because he doesn't have the habit of staying in the car seat. I don't have the habit of leaving my son there. The most I leave him there is playing on the sofa with me, always close. I don't leave him at all. I'm going to tell you something. I'm very nervous watching this video. The baby almost falls off the couch.